Are you tired of falling for mind games and manipulation from the women you pursue? Many guys get caught up chasing after women who use subtle lies and tactics to string them along. Well, no more. In this video, we'll expose the 6 most common lies some women tell men in order to make them chase harder. By the end of this video, you'll be able to identify the subtle lies and manipulation tactics that sap your confidence. No more mixed signals or feeling like you're not enough. With this awareness, you can avoid needless pursuit and focus your efforts on women who appreciate you. Get ready to reprogram your reality radar and take back control of your dating life. It's time to flip the script on these games. 1. Lying about shared interests. You're vibing with this new girl you met. The conversation is flowing and you seem to have a ton in common. She's dropping knowledge about your favorite sports team's lineup and geeking out over that new sci-fi show you're obsessed with. Jackpot, right? Not so fast. One of the most common tactics some women use to reel guys in is pretending to share interests and hobbies they don't actually care about. It's a pick-me move to get you invested from the jump. But how can you spot if she's bluffing? Pay close attention to the details. Is she just regurgitating surface-level facts about your interests, or does she really go deep on the nuances? You can counter this by asking follow-up questions to see if her knowledge has real depth. If she fails that test, don't get too discouraged. An initial lie doesn't necessarily mean she's a lost cause. She may have just been overeager to relate to you. The real red flag is if she doubles down on the foe's interests rather than coming clean. The key is being intentional about vetting her claims instead of letting yourself get caught up in the fantasy girlfriend you think she is. Keeping your wits about you protects you from settling for compatibility that turns out to be fake. 2. The flaky canselor. Things are going well. You've been on a few dates. The chemistry is hot and you can't wait to take things to the next level on the date you just planned. Then she cancels last minute. You might think she's a flake, but not so fast. If this isn't just a one-off situation, she may be deploying a calculated tactic to ramp up your desire. By playing hard to get and being selectively unavailable, some women create an air of scarcity. The age-old absence makes the heart grow fonder maxim is in full effect. You'll notice she still seems very interested through lingering glances, laughing at your jokes, all those accidental touches. She just can't seem to nail down plans to spend quality time together. It's a mind game to see how disappointed you get and to judge how thirsty you are for her company. The more you suggest fun dates and activities that she pokes holes in or declines, the more determined you become to win her over. She wants you yearning for her and putting in more and more effort to make it happen. If you detect this hot and cold pattern, don't feed into it. Remember, you're the prize too. Either call it out directly and get an answer, or redirect your efforts towards someone who can prioritize you. Chasing is for pupsies. 3. The jealousy trap. You're in that awkward in-between phase, definitely vibing and interested, but neither of you has locked it down exclusively yet. Then out of nowhere, she's like, "Oh, him? He's just a friend." She says this despite it's obvious you are the only guy in the picture. Cue the jealousy pangs and visions of her being with this shadowy friend. This is exactly her plan. The "just a friend" line is a classic female manipulation tactic designed to provoke an envious reaction from you. She's using another guy to determine how badly you want to make her yours. If you get visibly bent out of shape over it, she knows she's got you hooked and can take a step back while you put in more effort. If you don't care, well, there's her answer that you're not that invested yet. It's a devious litmus test for how whipped you are. The smart move is to remain unfazed, but slightly amused by her games. Agree and amplify. Tell her you're stoked, she has good buds looking out for her, and that you'd love to grab drinks with her friend circle sometime. Kill her with confidence. She wants a jealous fight for her affection. Don't give her that satisfaction. The right response is to make her jealous of how unbothered and non-needy you are. 4. The "I am fine" fake out. You can sense something's off with her, but every time you ask what's wrong, you get the classic "I'm fine" brush off. Her tone and body language screams the opposite of fine, but she insists nothing's up. This isn't just her being stoic or needing some space. It's a conscious attempt to get you to pursue and apply more effort to crack her emotional shell. Like a petulant child, she's hoping if she pouts long enough, you'll relentlessly chase to get her to open up. Some women crave that validation that you care enough to be persistent in understanding their dissatisfaction, despite their best efforts to stonewall you. It's an immature game where you're expected to be the mind reader. The mature move is to call out her manipulation firmly, but without anger. Clearly, you're not fine, and that's okay. I'm here when you're ready to communicate like an adult. Then disengage and stop coddling her until she actually addresses the issue. She wants your undivided attention and for you to show your devotion through endless reassurance. Refuse to play into that needy mind game. If she respects you, she'll drop the act eventually. If not, bet on yourself and opt out. 5. The hot and cold commitment clash. You've been dating for a while, and it seems to be going well. She's affectionate, you're intimate, you make future plans. But then out of nowhere, she hits you with, "I'm just not ready for a relationship right now." The mixed signals are maddening. Her actions say she's all in, but her words pump the brakes. For some women, this line is their way of restraining a guy's investment. Even if she genuinely likes you, she wants to keep you on a longer audition cycle before locking it down officially. It allows her to keep capturing your efforts while minimizing her own commitment. She gets to have her cake and eat it too through plausible deniability. If you stop putting in work based on her words, she can say, "I knew you'd bail when things got too real." But if you ignore the line and keep engaging, it proves your worth. The solution is to calmly but directly call out the contradiction between her actions and words. If she still balks at definitions, you have your answer that she's not secure enough to be an equal partner. Unmatch and cut your losses. A player courtship requires 2 full participants. 6. The trust issue deflection. You're getting to know this new girl, and things seem to be progressing well. But then she drops a bomb. "Sorry, it's just really hard for me to trust people." It's a preemptive strike to keep you at arm's length by painting herself as the victim of past hurt. She wants you to prove yourself worthy of her guarded heart before she lets you get too close. On the surface, it seems like she's just being cautious and protecting herself, but more often than not, it's a test disguised as vulnerability. She's really saying, "I have impossibly high standards that you need to clear before I'm all in." Some women want you to overcome their self-imposed barriers and chase harder to earn their trust and full commitment. It's a way to weed out guys who won't go the extra mile for them. The truth is, everyone has some level of trust issues from previous experiences. Hanging that on someone new is an immature cop-out. If she's not working actively to address her hang-ups, she's not ready for a real relationship. Don't fall for the damsel in distress act. If she can't meet you with equal trust and vulnerability early on, there's no point driving yourself crazy trying to prove yourself. If you found this video helpful, show some love by smashing that like button. It really helps out the channel. And if you want more value-packed content like this, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you won't miss out on future videos. Feel free to drop any other questions or topics you'd like me to cover down in the comments too. We're always looking for new video ideas that'll help your dating game.